Hi, and welcome back to episode 34 of the weekly update. Let's not waste any time and get straight into it. So this past week has been very busy in school, or it has been taking up quite a lot of time, and I've been struggling with getting a lot done. Because for the previous past year, I haven't gone to school, or I haven't had a normal job. I have been trying to become an entrepreneur. I've been pursuing my dream. And I took it for granted about how much time you actually have. So now when I don't have that amount of time, now that 8 hours or so of my day is taken away from me, it's really hard to get a lot of done. I think I'm still living with my old systems and my old mindset of how I can use my time. Because then I wasn't efficient at all with my time. But now I have to become way more efficient if I am going to be able to do what I want to do. And my plans for this video is to actually create a more clear structure or create more clarity in what I want. Because as it is right now, I've talked about this in many previous videos also, but I think that it's very unclear what exactly it is that I want and unclear what exactly it is that I need to do mainly. So I'm going to just say what my goals are right now, and then we are going to try to figure out what exactly it is that I need to do in order to achieve that. So my goals now mainly are focused on this year, so less than 3 months left. And what is it exactly that I want to accomplish? First of all, we have my main focus, which is social media or my personal brand. That is my main focus. And my goals there are to build my personal brand as big as possible. And what do I have to do in order to do that? First of all, we can talk about what I do right now in order to build my personal brand. And that is mainly that I post one video every single day on Instagram. That is basically it. And I also post one video a week on YouTube. And now that I think about it, that is not actually that much. It's very little. So what can I do more? I can post on multiple websites or multiple platforms. I can start posting on TikTok. That is something which I said I was going to do a long time, but I haven't gotten around to it. So that's first, post on TikTok. Actually going to write it down so I don't forget it. The second thing is to actually learn or to gather information about how to grow a personal brand or how to improve my content. That this is the second thing. And the third thing is to spend more time on it. As of this right now, I spend very little time, if I'm being honest. I only do the bare minimum to get my posts out, basically. I don't spend any more time to actually try to improve my content. So spend more time is the third thing. Now to actually break that down into a system. The first thing which I like to do when I want to break something down into a system is just to, if there's any part of it which is really easy or just a bit annoying, but it's not actually that hard, I just like to get that done straight away. So in this case, it's to start posting on TikTok. That is just something which is very easy to get started. You just have to, in my case, just download the app, create an account, and start posting my videos, which I right now post to Instagram. I just have to post on TikTok also. It just takes maybe 5-10 minutes extra. So tomorrow I will get that done. The second thing, gather information. Here I actually have a sort of a fun idea. I want to spend 100 hours on a skill. I've heard multiple times that if you spend 100 hours on something, that's enough for you to become world class at a skill. 100 hours is not that much, but you will get ahead of 99% of everyone if you spend that time on a skill. So I've had some ideas that I want to create a video about this, like spending 100 hours on a skill and creating sort of a mini documentary about that. And I can maybe implement that also to my learning. So there would be practicing and learning content creation, I think, for 100 hours, but that's maybe a bit of a sidetrack and something which I will do later, like in a little bit, if I decide that that is a good idea. But to get back to the system, I like to create like a specific time every day which I need to do this. So in this example, I have to create a specific time or a specific period in my day which I have to learn content creation strategy. So I will say 30 minutes a day learning content creation, and that could be through podcast, that could be through reading, that could be from YouTube, wherever, but 30 minutes every single day learning content. And the third and final thing is spend more time on it. And what I like to do there is to sort of structure it in the same way, where I have a specific time, or now I didn't really set a specific time for that, but I have a specific time in mind where I drive a 20-minute drive to school and 20 minutes drive back to school every day. So I think that that is a very good time to have that, because usually right now I just listen to some podcast or some music that time, but that's a really great time. But to get back to spending more time on my skill, I think that as soon as I come home from school, maybe I just grab something to eat or something to drink, but basically as soon as I get home from school, I will sit down, and I'm not sure for how long, maybe not that long actually when I think about it, just to get started on that. So maybe like 30 minutes to 1 hour. In that period of time I ideally create the content for the day and implement and try some things which I learned through that 30 minutes period before. I feel like that is sort of a good setup or a good system, and that is a really simple and easy way that you can create a system around something which you want to do. So if you have something which you want to actually get done, you will have to build a system around that. And as you just saw, building a system can be really easy. It's just basically to set a specific time which you are going to do it, and to actually like write down or speak it out what exactly it is that you need to do, so you have it a bit more clearly when you actually are going to do that. But mainly the time is the most important when you are going to do it. And as you saw, it can be really easy and simple to do, but yeah, hopefully it works. We'll see. I will update you on that next week. I think that has been everything. I said that I was going to make these videos a bit shorter, but I'm not sure how I did. Maybe this video is also a bit long actually. So until next time, take care and accomplish great things, and I'll see you.